Yeah, what's good with y'all, man? We got William Zepeda versus Lamont Roach fighting for the WBC vacant title at 135, man. August 1st. I felt like this gonna be a great fight right here. This is a very underrated fight, for real, for real. When you look at the styles and the mentality of both guys, it's gonna be a great fight. You got William Zepeda, who has a great pace, great work rate, and he mean. He try to get you. Then you got Lamont Roach, who all he want to do is match your energy. You want to match your energy. You want to shoot between your punches. Um, he want to see who the bigger dog, who the better dog, who the tougher dog. He just want to be a dog. Like that's Lamont Roach for real, for real. When you think about his character, he just want to be a dog, and you can't do nothing but respect it for real, for real. I can see, things that Lamont Roach do that'll get him in trouble, and things that Williams pay to do that'll get him in trouble as well. And if we want to talk about Lamont Roach, his problem is Lamont Roach, he shows that he's at that level, but when it comes to his gears, it seems like he just seems to try to just work with you almost like a sparring partner in a way, to where like he can hang with you and bang with you, but it's like he don't know how to like up it on his opponents. And that's the reason why I feel like he got those two draws, you know what I'm saying, with Isak Cruz and Tank Davis. You could arguably say that he won the fight, you know what I mean? And I'm not I could you can't be mad at that, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be mad at anybody saying that he won or lost the fight. But, he got two draws, you know what I'm saying? And that I feel like that wouldn't have happened if he would have just upped his gear a little bit more and would have really made sure that he secured his win. Other than that, when it comes to the physical ability, I feel like Lamont Roach, his style gives and can give a lot of guys trouble because everything he do is tight and short. When you throw the uppercut, it's a short uppercut. When you throw a jab, it's a short jab, but it's a strong jab. And when he throw his hook, it's a short hook. Because what his mindset is, he trying to get in there. He trying to get between your shit. And with William Zepeda, in my opinion, he got a good old school style for real, for real. You know what I mean? He'll keep coming forward. His chin, he keep his chin tucked, textbook chin. You feel me? Keep that chin tucked. He throws somewhat accurate punches. He throw pretty accurate punches. He'll try to throw something regardless until something land. So, you got that. But on the downside of his style is the fact that if you watch the Tevin Farmer fight and the Shakur fight, they was able to get in between them, in between his punches, especially when he started doing his combination. It's easy to catch him slipping in between his punches. And we definitely seen that in the Tevin Farmer fight when he got knocked down. Um Another thing I noticed too that nobody really talk about is the fact that William Zepeda, if you watch him and watch his feet, he drag his back foot a lot, and oftentimes that leave him with a super wide stance. And I feel like with somebody like Lamont Roach, who's sharp, who got a high IQ, who can be fast, like Lamont Roach can be fast at times and explosive at times. He'll get hurt in there if he go in there doing the same little mistakes like that, because Lamont Roach, for real, is a highly technical fighter. He throw everything very accurate and perfect. Like when he throw his hook, it's a sharp hook, sharp uppercut, sharp jab. And his accuracy, he got pretty good accuracy for real, man. Um, but one thing I'll say I like about both fighters is the fact that they both very focused on each other, and they've been keeping a close eye on each other too. Because I seen the face off between both of them, and pretty much, they fought on each other cars and they've watched each other over the years. So we know that these guys take each other serious. So, when you got that in the fight, we ain't gonna get nothing but fireworks. Um, I feel like the greatest part about this matchup is the fact that these guys is both gonna be trading. They both gonna be trying to get in the middle. Um, you gonna have Williams Zepeda trying to swing on Lamont Roach, and you gonna have Lamont Roach trying to get in between all that. Um, so I feel like it's definitely gonna be a slug out for real, for real. Um, I feel like when we talk about a bag, Lamont Roach bag is definitely much at a much higher pedigree than Williams Zepeda. Even though Williams Zepeda is good at what he do, I feel like Lamont Roach is a guy who can do everything, and he got a B plus in everything. You know what I'm saying? He not the flashiest guy. He don't look to he don't his movements aren't dramatic, but it's great movement, great punching power. Not great punching power, but he got decent punching power. Everything he do is like a good grade in my opinion. If I had to pick a winner, I would pick Lamont Roach to win the fight simply because when we talk about the level of opposition and experience and stuff like that, I feel like Lamont Roach has been you know at that level for a while because he didn't fought the Herrings and the Tank Davises, Pitbull Cruz, Hector Garcias. Like he didn't been at this level for a while, so I feel like all in all, with that experience right there and the things that he already got, like in his physical ability, his IQ, I think he's going to outmatch Williams Zepeda. Now, on in Williams Zepeda's defense, he has fought Shakur, he has fought Tevin Farmer. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like looking at both of those fights, they look identical. The same mistakes he made in the Tevin Farmer fight was the same mistakes he made in the Shakur fight. On top of the fact that, if we be fair, Shakur was really giving him those opportunities to get punched to him because Shakur was standing right in front of him. And at that time, that's when the whole Tom and Jerry thing was going around. So he was trying to prove a point basically. I don't think Lamont Roach is gonna just stand there and ball up like Tank, like not Tank, but like Shakur was. Shakur inside fighting game is not as good as um Lamont's. It's not as good as Lamont's because when it comes to the inside fighting game, Lamont Roach he ain't gonna ball up. He ain't doing none of that. He got a great high guard, and I just see him outworking William Zepeda. Honestly, I don't see a stoppage, but I do see um you know William Zepeda getting beat up to the point where it's like it's a clear victory because William Zepeda says a great point in the face-off that Lamont Roach, he got more pressure on him, and I feel like that's true because two draws back to back is kind of like wow, and he probably feel like at this point they not gonna give me a fair shake, so I gotta do my job and try to stop this man to where I leave the judges in my hand. And that could possibly be his attitude, or he go in there with the same mentality of trying to, or sticking the way he know, getting the job done and getting the victory. Because honestly, with the work that he put in his last couple fights, I feel like he should have got the dub. But things happen, and in the judges' eyes, he didn't do enough. So the best thing for him to do is not to leave it in the judge's hand, because obviously they don't want this man to get a fair judgment. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, I feel like it's gonna be a great fight. I do feel like this fight is like a 70-30 for Lamont Roach. But I think William Zepeda got a chance. But let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. And leave a like on this video. Uh yeah, just comment what y'all think, man. Thank y'all for watching. I'm gone.